Good morning, church. Welcome to our daily devotion insight. This morning, I want to share a devotion with you entitled The Ministry of Presence. Alright? And let us look at Job chapter 2, verse 11 to 13. And here it says, when Job's three friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite, heard about all the troubles that had come upon him, they set out from their homes and met together by agreement to go and sympathize with him and comfort him. When they saw him from a distance, they could hardly recognize him. They began to weep aloud, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. Then they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights. No one said a word to him because they saw how great his suffering was. You know, church, at that time, Job had lost everything in his life. He had lost his fortune, he had lost his family, and his health. But in spite of all this, Job remained a blameless and an upright man. Why? Because he didn't curse God for everything that happened to him. And when Job's friends heard what had happened to him, the first thing that came into their mind was to go and find Job, go there and sympathize with him and to comfort him. But when they met him, they did not even spoke a word to him. What they did was, they were just sitting there right beside him and mourning together with him. You know, I'm sure many of us here, we have people around us who are like Job, who is going through some tough times right now. Probably they are your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, or even church members that you know. And when we know that there are people who are going through tough times, church, I want to encourage all of us. Let us be like Job's three friends. Let us be willing to make ourselves available to go and meet this person and to sympathize with them and to comfort them. That's what we are called to do as children of light, isn't it? We are here to comfort those who are in great suffering. And when it comes to comforting one another, you know, sometimes we actually don't need to say anything at all. In fact, sometimes it's better for us to remain silent rather than speaking out. Many times we thought that, you know, by comforting, we need to, say more things or give more advice to that person. And we thought by doing that, it will help the other person to feel much better. But we never know. Probably the more that we speak, the more salt that we are actually putting into their wound. Yes, we may have good intention to help people, but we never know that good intention may turn out to be something that will make things worse. You know, most of the time when people they are suffering greatly, they actually don't need any more advice. But what they need is someone to be there to accompany them, to just, listen to them and try to understand what they are going through. In other words, our presence alone is enough for them. Amen? You know, someone said this, it is better to have a heart without words rather than words without a heart. Let me just say it one more time, all right? It is better to have a heart without words rather than words without a heart. In my closing, church, let us be there for one another. You know, sometimes people may need to hear words of encouragement from us, but sometimes they just need us to be present and be with them without saying anything. And that is what we call the ministry of presence. Amen? May you be encouraged by this morning's devotion, and you have a great day today. God bless you.